Hi, everyone. Dr. Frankie here, and it's Thursday, and I'm thrilled to be here again with you all. Today, I'm going to be talking about love bombing. For those of you that know, right? You're going to know exactly when I start talking about what this looks like. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this really resonates for me. I've experienced this. And for those of you that have never experienced it, that's amazing. You're fortunate, and I want you to have it on your radar because if you start to sense that this is happening, you want to run. Sorry, my cat is in the background sneezing. I think he's got a little cold. Got to figure that out. But I definitely want to give you some of the signs to be aware of and to figure out how to navigate and steer clear of these situations because they get us into a lot of just emotional turmoil that we'd like to avoid. And let's see, real quick, I'm a clinical psychologist, board certified sex therapist, and also the CEO of Little Gay Book and Little Black Book Matchmaking. So if you are single and you're out there wanting to find someone amazing to spend time with or people to spend time with, we are a team of matchmakers that search, screen, vet people for you. So feel free to get in touch with us. Go to littlegaybook.com, learn more, littleblackbook.com or littleblackbookmatchmaking.com actually, or drfrankie.com. And if you like this channel and you're interested in seeing the content that I put out, whether it be Love, Laughs, and Lessons, which is a weekly podcast where Denise Ray and I host, and we have different guests talking about different things around sex, relationships, romance, dating, and so on, and even matchmaking. We have a matchmaker series where we are having matchmakers across the world hop on and share about how they're unique and how to get engaged and how to date successfully and so on. So definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking that little bell below. And I think it's all notifications, and you will find out the minute our videos go live, whether it be my Ask Dr. Frankie Talks or Love, Laughs, and Lessons podcast. And if you think somebody else will enjoy or benefit from this, please go ahead and share. And that's it for now. So I'm going to jump into today's material. What is love bombing? Modern dating can seem like it comes with a vocab quiz, right? Are you a sneaky link or situationship? Are you being gaslit or simping? One term you may see in both memes and serious mental health contexts is love bombing. What is love bombing? What does it mean? And is it something you have to worry about? Love bombing, as the name suggests, love bombing consists of over-the-top displays of attention and affection that have the intent of influencing or manipulating someone. Love bombing may not feel abusive. In fact, it may feel great at the time, especially in the beginning, you're like, oh my gosh, all this amazing attention, but can set the state for emotional abuse at worst and an unhealthy relationship at best down the road. What isn't love bombing? If you wake up to text from the person you've been on 3 dates with saying, good morning, beautiful, can't wait till the next time I get to see you. Should you be worried? Not necessarily. It's normal to try to be your best self in the first few months of a relationship. Even if we know it's best to be emotionally authentic, we often try to avoid being messy in the beginning. Flirting, compliments, and a concerted effort to get to know the other person are normal parts of courtship. Even a heightened level of attraction, affection, or thinking about the other person to the exclusion of all else in a way that makes other roll their eyes isn't necessarily abnormal. That's often just new relationship energy. It's like when you've got a friend who's disappeared, you can't reach them because they're totally infatuated with the person that they just met. All that to say, you don't need to let caution about love bombing make you paranoid about someone's interest or affection for you. It's normal and desirable to have your date be into you. What makes love bombing different than just being nice? So what should give you pause? While it's normal for your date to want to make you feel good, there are a few hallmarks of love bombing that escalate it to something different. Extreme and inappropriate emotional intensity. Someone who's love bombing you doesn't just shower you in compliments and attention, although they will likely do this. A sign to watch out for is someone who professes not just being interested in you, but developing extremely strong or committed feelings for you almost immediately. This could look like You're my dream partner. You're exactly who I want to spend the rest of my life with. I can't believe you're dating me. I just know you're the one. I know it's still early, but I think I'm falling in love with you. All my friends say you're perfect for me. They say I should lock you down as soon as possible. What do you think about the future? Can't you see us getting married? Maybe it's too soon, but I'm already in love with you. I can't help myself. None of these are bad sentiments in and of themselves, but they're inappropriate they're inappropriate for the timing, right? This is new. They're more appropriate for a longer, serious relationship, not someone you just started seeing. Love bombing like this is often effective even on people who know they don't want to get serious, because the love bomber usually tells you or tells us it's because of something special and different about us that's causing them to fall so hard so fast. It's hard to spot something that we might recognize as fishy in other contexts when we're being told it's because our date has recognized something really special and unique and valuable about us. Attempts to move too quickly in a relationship. Adding too much emotional intensity to a relationship too quickly can be accompanied by pressure for commitment or intertwining of resources in a way that might put you in a difficult situation, especially if this person is telling you they already know you're going to be together forever and they foresee a whole life with you. It might feel more reasonable to consider giving them a key to your place, or even moving in together, asking you to do the whole U-Haul thing, lending them money or giving them access to your bank account, expanding some personal favor like getting them a job at your workplace, lending a car or other major resource, giving them to form a relationship or inviting them to form a relationship with your closest friends or family. Even getting married or extending some kind of legal status, like putting them on your insurance policy or sponsoring someone for residency or citizenship. Again, none of these are inherently bad things to do. In the course of a long-term relationship, you may want to do some or all of these things in a completely healthy way. However, these aren't normal or healthy things earlier in a relationship. And if someone is bringing them up consistently, that may be a warning sign. One aspect of love bombing as a strategy is that it can lead to you making major commitments while your date is still in the early love bombing phase, and then left high and dry when your date is no longer treating you as you walk on water. By then, they're already in your apartment, working at your job, or friends with all of your friends. It's become much more challenging to simply walk away from them, which is what they're counting on. Now they're all intertwined into your world. Gifts or compliments that instill a sense of obligation. It's possible that someone love bombing you with the intent to become difficult, to disentangle from your life, won't be as obvious as asking to move in or get married. Instead, they may create a sense of obligation or guilt through first overwhelming you with gifts or grand gestures. This could look like expensive or big ticket gifts or trips, like a weekend getaway together, or a very extensive or expensive item you mentioned wanting, bought without even asking first. Public declarations of affection or commitment in front of your social groups, like a speech about how much they love you at a dinner with friends or family. Making a dramatic and labor-intensive gesture of affection, like driving a long distance overnight to see you, especially as a surprise without your consent. Intense social media attention with lots of posts about how much they adore you and how important you are, how much the relationship means to them. Taking on major bills like rent or medical payments, or offering cash when you're in a tight spot. Doing a significant favor for a friend, family member, or loved one, like offering resources, connections, or a couch to crash on. These things may be very welcome and even crucial in the moment, but can also be a manipulative strategy designed to make you feel like you owe the love bomber. Ollie's saying hello to everybody, both for any material or resources offered, and because they must care about you so much to have done these things. It may be a tactic to make you less likely to leave if in the future they don't treat you as well, or a way to make you feel obligated to agree when they ask you for something or want some kind of commitment you aren't comfortable with in the future. What should you do if you think you're being love bombed? If you think you may be in a situation where you're being love bombed, or even just experiencing the intensity of early affection that you aren't entirely comfortable with, there are a few ways to handle it. One is to respectfully push back and tell the person that you prefer a different dynamic, saying something like, thanks, I think, or I really like a slow burn in dating. Let's only see each other a few times a month. Let's not text every day. Let's wait to meet each other's friends. And I'm not ready to say I love you just yet. The way a date responds to this is the imposition of any kind of boundary is instructive. If the person you're dating takes this news well and changes their behavior and expectations accordingly with good cheer and appreciation for you sharing, that's a good sign. It means their goal is your happiness and comfort. If they respond poorly to your asking to slow down, lashing out, guilting you, playing the victim, or performatively over apologizing to the degree where you feel the need to comfort them, it may be time to exit the dynamic. They may be attempting to love bomb you, even if they aren't. Reacting poorly to setting a basic boundary during the early days of dating bodes poorly for how they'll react to any other needs or boundaries you have even in the future. Another option is to simply end the dating dynamic, if you feel there are signs of inappropriately intense emotional overtures, either because you want to avoid love bombing or because you think that regardless of intent, this signifies an unhealthy emotional tenor. All right, guys. So I hope that you are thinking about this, that you're incorporating these aspects into your thought process as you date, because you want to steer clear of a love bomber. And it's just, once you get entangled in it, it's hard to get out of it. So please, please, please take some notes. If you know anybody that might be engaging with somebody who might be a love bomber, pass along this information. See you all next week. Kisses, hugs. Talk to you then.